Hello, Namaskar. My name is Rohan Poddar, and I am the chief mentor and founder of Come On Yaro, an online learning platform for video content creators. Somebody has joined, Rajkumar Krishnan. Hi, Rajkumar Krishnan. Thank you for joining in. Um, and today's topic, actually, this is the fifth edition of my Saturday Instagram Live. And so this is the fifth consecutive Saturday that I've been doing this. And I really enjoy doing this Instagram Live. Um and today's topic is film school or not. Is it necessary to go to a film school to make a career as a professional in video and photo industry? Okay, so video and photo, video production and photography. And the reason I've chosen this topic is because I'm not a formally trained documentary filmmaker. Okay, actually, I have a completely different background. I'm an engineer and an MBA, and for me, this was a second career, right? So I'm not formally trained in making video. I'm not a formally trained cinematographer or a formally trained video producer or a director, right? Out of my own pure passion and my willingness to learn, um, I became a documentary filmmaker, and I was fortunate to get some commercial work and create a portfolio of work, and that's how I've grown. You know, I have over a period of time, I have slowly and steadily added to my equipment, right? And created. Now I have a large number of camera accessories. Okay. So, anyways, so today's topic is this, and I want to give you a few points. And see, there's a disclaimer that you should go to a film school. And when I say film school, it means any training institute that teaches you photography or video production, right? Uh, Now, typically, these courses that I'm going to talk about are at in the range of 2 to 3 years, right? Shubham has joined. Hi, Shubham. Thank you for joining in. You are a regular feature, and I really thank you for joining in regularly for these Instagram lives. So, I'll tell you 6 points today that I have written down, and then you can make up your mind. Okay, and please, after this Instagram live, please feel free to share it with any of your friends who are thinking of making a career in video or photo. So let's get started. Okay. Hi. So first, the first point is going to film school. It is expensive. Film school is expensive. I'll give you, a few numbers here. Okay, so if you go and look up the top schools for video production or filmmaking in India, the first one that comes is FTII. Okay, Film Training Institute. It's in Pune. It charges around 1.7 lakhs for a 3-year course in cinematography. Okay. Then is Satyajit Ray Film and TV Institute based in Kolkata. It charges 3 lakhs for a 3-year course in filmmaking. Then the third one is Whistling Woods, okay, which is a very popular film school in Goregaon, in Mumbai. Mumbai is a place where I stay as well. So that institute charges anywhere between 3 lakhs to 20 lakhs per annum uh, for uh, a for a 3-year course. Yeah, and these courses are on editing, cinematography, TV production, direction, and all of that, right? So all this. So what I found was that all these courses in the top filmmaking institutes are in a period of 2 3 years. There are 1 year courses as well, which are more like diploma or certificate courses. Okay, so it includes all of that. So if you see, if you graduate, I think somebody has joined RXN. RXN has joined. Thank you, RXN, for joining in. I appreciate. So if you see, if you go and join one of these institutes and you spend 2 to 3 years learning filmmaking full time, and after that you graduate, you come to the job market. how much salary can you expect to get? Okay, so I did a very cursory research, and I found that a training would get something like 20,000 rupees per month, and he will get job opportunities in film studios, production houses, uh, advertising agencies, event management companies, etc. So 20,000 on an average would be a starting salary. It would vary depending on where you're based and where you're seeking a job opportunity and in which kind of company and all of that, right? But let's say 20,000. If 20,000 would be your starting pay, then you can expect that in 1.5 years you will recover all the money that you have spent on the course. यानी आपको 1.5 साल लगेगा to recover all the money that you have spent on learning filmmaking. Okay, approximately 1.5 years. Now imagine that you have the same amount of money, right? And you have 3 lakh rupees that you probably borrowed from your father, or you have your own funds, whatever, doesn't matter. And in what would you do in 1.5 years if you had 3 lakh rupees and you know that you want to make a career either as a cinematographer or a photographer? What would you do, right? And let's say you don't have this option of going through a filmmaking institute. My guess is that if I have to put myself in that position, what I would do is probably I would spend that money in buying equipment, right? I would spend that money in buying camera equipment. Maybe I'll spend that money in taking some short technical courses, right? Nowadays there's so many courses available. Like for example, few months back, I bought Sony A7 III, and I was searching the internet and I found a course that was only focused on how to use Sony A7 III, right? So all about the settings of A7 III, the functionality of A7 III and all of that, a very specific course. That way, if you're beginning, you're starting out and you decided to buy a certain piece of equipment, maybe you buy a Canon DSLR, maybe you buy a Sony DSLR, or maybe a higher end Canon C100 series or whatever, anything that you buy, you will get courses for each of them, right? If you decide to spend money on learning these cameras that you already own or want to own, and you spend money on certain marketing courses, how to create your brand, how to run your business, let's say you spend money on going to events. आजकल तो खैर कोविड में इवेंट्स नहीं हो रहा है, but you can spend money on attending online events, make some connections, right? Maybe you spend money on acquiring new clients, maybe you spend money on building your portfolio. So when I say building your portfolio, when you initially start off as a beginner, right, you don't have clients, so you invest in making a certain number of videos or photos, your own portfolio out of you, which you make by spending your own money. So if you were given 3 lakh rupees and you have the same 1.5 years, what would you do with those 3 lakh rupees, right? And this is what I would do. I would spend it on my equipment, on building my skills, on networking, on marketing, and all of that, right? Now, again, I leave it to you. You want to spend 3 lakh rupees and spend and block 2 years of your time going to a film school, or do you want to spend 3 lakh rupees and spend next 1.5 to 2 years building your own set of clients and your equipment? Okay, your choice. I'm just giving you the options. All right, now second point, price of making a video is dropping continuously. Okay, I'll give you a good example. September 2008, Canon 5D Mark II was launched by Canon. Why was it launched? Because Canon realized that photographers also need to click some or shoot some videos sometimes. So they added a video capability where Canon 5D Mark II could shoot full HD videos at 30 frames per second. And this particular camera brought about a DSLR revolution. एंड डीएसएलआर रेवोल्यूशन आपको समझना बहुत जरूरी है. डीएसएलआर रेवोल्यूशन ने क्या कर दिया? बिफोर डीएसएलआर रेवोल्यूशन, let's say if you go back to early 2000 or even before that, 20 years and all that, filmmaking was reserved only for a few people. A few people as in people who are either professionals or people who are students of filmmaking. So typically what would students of filmmaking do? They will enroll in a training institute. By enrolling in a training institute, they would get access to very expensive equipment that they wouldn't have gotten access to. They could use that equipment. They learnt a formal curriculum for 2 to 4 years, and they created a nice short project. which would otherwise in that era would have cost some 6-7 lakh rupees, right? But because they were a part of a training institute, they got access to all these resources and they made a nice movie. So in those days before DSLR, you had to have access to high-end cinematic or cinemas, high-end cameras, sorry, to make movies. It wasn't cheap. It wasn't inexpensive. Dinu Mankar has joined. Hi Dinu, thank you for joining in. It wasn't cheap to make film, right? Film के लिए जो भी चीजें आपको लगती है, right? Camera and film roll and all of that was very expensive. Um, but after DSLR revolution of 2008, when Canon 5D Mark II was launched, it suddenly democratized. And when I say democratized का मतलब क्या है कि अभी if you are a hobbyist और आप as a enthusiasm or as a hobby pursue करते हैं filmmaking or photography, you suddenly had access to a very powerful camera, right? Which used amazing lenses, which gave amazing depth of field in videos, right? Now suddenly, in just about 1.5 lakh rupees, a lot of people could produce very nice cinematic looking videos, right? So suddenly, filmmaking became mass. It was no more a class, it became mass, right? A lot of people bought DSLRs and फिर वो इतना चल पड़ा वो camera that a lot of other manufacturers also started making DSLR. Canon itself made versions of Canon 5D. I own a Canon 5D Mark III जो मैंने I think 5 years ago I had purchased it, and it's a fantastic camera, right? It's a favorite camera for a lot of wedding photographers, right? And even for that matter, a lot of short film makers and documentary filmmakers. I have made a lot of documentaries on my Canon 5D Mark III, right? So ये कैमरा ने रेवोल्यूशनाइज कर दिया। घर घर में तो नहीं बोल सकता, बट जो भी एंथुजियास्ट थे उनके पास ये कैमरा गया एंड एवरीबॉडी स्टार्टेड मेकिंग गुड वीडियो। सडनली द कैमरा डिडंट मैटर एनीमोर। व्हाट मैटर्ड वाज योर क्रिएटिविटी एंड योर स्किल्स। पहले के जमाने में when camera was a reserve of only few people, and a very few specialists, they were very particular कि मुझे I want to use only this type of camera, only this type of lens for a certain kind of work and all of that. Now those considerations didn't matter. What mattered was, could you create a nice video, could you shoot a nice documentary and all of that. So it was all about creativity, right? And DSLR is much affordable than a cine camera, right? In Canon the cine camera starts at C100, right? And you compare C100 with Canon 5D, there's a difference of easily around 3 to 4 lakhs or more. I'm not conversant with the latest prices, but that's what happened. Second thing is that because of this DSLR, a lot of different accessories began to boom. So a lot of different manufacturers, for example, you can fit many third-party lenses like a Sigma or a Tamron on your Canon camera, on your Canon body, right? So a lot of third-party lenses, rigs, electronic stabilizers, follow focus, audio recorders began to be made to go with the DSLR because manufacturers को पता चला, they realized that DSLRs are a hit in consumer market and people want more to make better quality videos or to take better photos. So they started making all of these accessories and suddenly the market for all of these accessories boomed, right? So you had a variety of lenses and, as I said, rigs and all of that, right? That's what happened. And obviously when there is a choice, when there are options, prices always come down, right? It's a basic law of economics. Third thing that happened is that marketplaces for creative people started coming up. Example, I'm not sure if you heard of a website called Fiverr, Fiverr. Okay, it's a website. It's basically a marketplace like Amazon or Flipkart, where you can go and hire a video editor or a graphic designer or a voiceover artist, anything, at very inexpensive rates. Okay, starting from $10, right? Now, so suddenly you had access to a lot of skilled resources जो पहले शायद सिर्फ filmmakers के लिए था, right? Now anybody who did a degree or who learned editing could offer his services as a freelancer through Fiverr. Then there's Fiverr, then there's another website called freelancer.com, right? Then for a second example, you can download background music for your videos from a variety of sources. Like for example, YouTube has a music library. Then there is a website called SoundCloud, right? Then there is another website called Premium Beat, which has stock music videos, right? So now the resources needed to making videos started getting cheaper and cheaper. Now ऐसे में अब दो चीजें कंसिडर कीजिए. On one side, filmmaking courses are expensive. On other side, making a video is getting cheaper and cheaper. So now, why would you want to spend lakhs of rupees? Or let's say, I'll rephrase it. Do you think it makes sense to spend lakhs of rupees on going to a film school to make videos which ultimately are very easy to make, or not easy, I would say, but have become progressively cheaper to make? Okay, इसमें एक caveat ये है कि if you are making videos for broadcast or TV, those are not cheap to make. Okay, so I'm not saying that people who make TV serials and web series, that's cheap. That's not cheap. All I'm saying is that video is made for a variety of reasons. And now that if anybody can make a video and it's getting cheaper to make a video, does it make sense to go and learn it formally for 2 years or 3 years in a film school? That's the question I'm asking. Okay. Okay, you can leave any question, ask any question in the comment section as I go along and I'll answer them. ठीक है? तो ये हुआ. तीसरी चीज, motivation outweighs professional degree. इसका मतलब क्या है कि as I said in earlier, now the camera gear doesn't matter, right? Camera gear has become cheaper. There is a wide variety of camera gear, right? If you want to learn how to use that camera gear, there are a wide variety of online sources. YouTube में ही इतने videos है which will help you learn how to use your camera, what settings to use, what are the different shooting techniques, etc. So now you, as a beginner, you have access to so many things that earlier was not possible. तो वो डिफरेंशिएटर तो नहीं बचा. तो डिफरेंशिएटर क्या है? डिफरेंशिएटर है आपका क्रिएटिव स्टाइल, आपका मोटिवेशन. देखिए, दिस इज अ वेरी कट थ्रोट इंडस्ट्री. इट्स नॉट इजी टू गेट एस्टैब्लिश्ड by making films. Not everybody reaches the top. And so as I said, it's a very cutthroat competition. इसमें are you willing to sustain yourself in spite of failure? देखिए, ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने फिल्म मेकिंग शुरू किया and in next 1 month or 2 months you're like your career graph is like going right up in the sky. ऐसा नहीं होता है. You have to spend a lot of time perfecting your craft, building your portfolio, reaching out to clients, finding work, doing work, and all of that hard work in any field, like any field, right? So if you have that motivation, that is far more precious than a professional degree. There are a lot of people who do professional courses, and because their fathers are rich, maybe they have money, maybe they have time, whatever, but they are not able to build a career. See, degree करना और career बनाना दो अलग चीजें हैं. Just because you have a degree from a very prestigious institute, be it engineering or be it architecture or filmmaking, anything, doesn't guarantee you will have a successful career. Yes, it plays a big role, but doesn't guarantee a successful career. Your career depends on your motivation, your consistency. You don't get work, you still do your work, you still create your portfolio, you still invest money in yourself, in upgrading your equipment, in upgrading your skills. You don't give up. And people who do that with motivation will always be successful or more successful than people with professional degrees. Okay. Fourth point, a film degree is optional to practice filmmaking. यानी क्या? If you are a lawyer, doctor, chartered accountant, you need to have a degree, you need to have a license to practice, otherwise आप अंदर जाओगे, right? PBD Abir has joined. Hi PBD Abir, thank you for joining in. So you need to have license to practice. आप without license आप you can't practice as a doctor, as a lawyer, as a CA or anything else, right? But to make film, you don't need a license, right? You don't need to have a license from the government which says that you are allowed to make films. It's open to everybody, right? It is, as I said, democratized. You get the right tools, you get the right camera, you know what kind of videos you want to make, you do the kind of work, and if that work gets noticed, it gets recognized, it, your career graph starts going up, right? So this is a field where you don't need a certain degree or a license from anybody to become successful. There are so many of them, for this uh, director in Hollywood, Tarantino, Quentin Tarantino, that's the name. He was the producer of Django, right? Yeah, so this guy, he doesn't have a degree in film school, right? He's not done a degree in film school, and he's very successful, as you know, right? Uh, so that's what I'm saying, that you need to have that bent of mind, that creative style to become successful, and that's more important. Now I'll come to the fifth point. So now the question is, कि in what circumstances should you do a college degree, right? आपने कॉलेज डिग्री का मतलब है फिल्म स्कूल से डिग्री कब करनी चाहिए? So for example, you're a young person, you're 20 years of age or maybe 18 years of age, and you're not interested in the normal mainstream courses like engineering or MBBS or BSc or BCom. You have a creative bent of mind, and that would be a right time to actually go to a film school, because you have age on your side. You're young, right? You're 20 something. You can spend 2 years in a film school, learn the art, start from the bottom, take the entry level jobs, grow up, and maybe at some point, maybe 10 years after working in certain production house or a film studio or an agency, start on your own, right? ऐसी situation में, I think film school makes most amount of sense, right? As I said, when you're young and you want to do something, but you're not very clear, right? What you want to do. You know that you want to be in media and film production, right? That's when you should do that. I think, to my mind, if you have any other thoughts, let me know, is when you should go to a film school. So when should you not go to a film school, or in what situation film school is not required? I think, like, अगर मैं अपना example दूँ, right? As I said in the beginning, this is the second career for me. My earlier career was in corporate life. As I said, I'm an engineer and MBA. I came into this field out of passion because I love making videos, right? I love cameras. I love shooting and all of that. अगर मैं, when I came into this field around 5 to 6 years ago, it wouldn't have made sense for me to go to film school and block 2 years of my life when I was in my early mid 30s, right? It wouldn't have made sense because I was starting a new career. And when you're starting a new career, you're not looking for a degree. You're looking for experience. You're looking for the practical learning so that you can get started as quickly as possible, right? Because theory kya hai? Theory you can learn from a lot of different sources, as I said. And I have done a lot of online courses to improve my skills as a shooter, as a video shooter, as a creative director, and all of that, right? Different sorts of courses. So for me, it didn't make sense. I was in my midlife. This was a second career for me. It didn't make sense for me to go to a film school. Um, because right now in my age, I don't need a degree that says I am a pass out of certain school and I know filmmaking. No, what matters to me is, can I get a client? Can I get somebody to pay for my work? Can I create a brand for myself using my work, right? So for my situation, going to film school didn't make a sense, didn't make any sense, right? So so that's what I mean, so it will depend on what situation you are. I don't know the people who are attending this are in what situation, but अभी आज पहले की तरह नहीं रहा. पहले you would go to college, get a degree, pass out, do a job, work in a job, and retire at 58. Now it's not the same, right? Because in last 20 years, a lot of things have changed because of the internet and a lot of different socio-cultural events. Abhi learning is a lifelong event, right? There are a lot of people who spent 15 years in an industry and they were laid off, terminated, and now they started a second career right from the entry level, right? So learning cannot stop at any point in time. Aaj bhi I feel there is so much I have to learn. I can learn from anybody. I could learn from you. I could learn from some junior guy. I could learn from some person who's been into this for 15 years. Anybody, right? You ought to keep your mind open if you have to learn. So degree is just one time event in your life. जो आप कभी तो करते हो, it doesn't extend, right? The usability of a degree is not beyond 1 year after doing a degree, because in that 1 year after doing a degree, people will see in your CV, acha, you've done a degree, right? But what matters 5 years, 6 years, 10 years after your education is that what kind of work you have done. Have you upgraded yourself? Do you know the latest trends in the industry? Are you able to use the latest technology? Are you able to produce high quality videos or photos, right? These things matter. And that's what I would tell you. That's the message I would leave you with. And I am coming to the end of this session. I had a good time. Thank you all for attending. If you have any questions, as usual, I'll be posting this video on IGTV, so you can write comments there. You can write to us at comeonyaro@gmail.com, right? There are a lot of courses available on my online learning platform, www.comeonyaro.com. You can go and register for free. Sign up is free, okay? And there are also some free courses that you can enroll into, right? Thank you for attending. Stay safe, stay positive. See you soon. Ciao.